Hey everyone, I'm freshman Abigail Warner. I write and I do photography and videography for the Moxie Mountain. I'm here today to bring you another video, and I'm sad to say that some of our seniors are leaving us. It's very sad, but I've brought some of them together to tell you guys about their high school experience and give you some advice to take with you.
One of my greatest memories in high school is Serenade Retreat of my sophomore year. That was really fun. It was my first time in Serenade, and we all just bonded and we sang together and danced, and I created a lot of friendships that I wouldn't have had I not gone to Serenade Retreat.
The Western versus Northwest game, it was USA themed, and we had so much fun there. We had flags, we had a Nicki Minaj flag. We were all in USA form. It was just, we lost, but it was a good student soccer.
My greatest memory would have to be doing track and cross country. Being with that team and support system is really, it's another family that you make, and I'm really glad that I have that.
Probably all my best memories were made in choir. Just each choir I was in Contus and then in Serenade and in Vocal Dimensions, I've just had great groups of people, and we've made so many fun memories. Retreats were always great. Mr. Snell always gets stuck in funny situations. Probably my favorite situation he got stuck in was when he had to sing in front of everyone. And even though he hated it, it was like one of the best things that ever happened, because it showed me that even if I got stuck in a scary situation, it was okay, because he could do it, so I could do it.
Probably just like hanging out with my friends, like our soccer team before our games, and just all the fun we would have together. In 2020, we would just like, it was stupid, but we would play like Among Us on the bus rides over and stuff, and it was fun.
High school has truly shaped me into the person I am today. I think my biggest achievement is just growing as a person and being who I am.
After an audition, I was accepted into the Jackson County Honors Band, freshman through senior year. I've been in an American Choral Directors Association, National Junior High Honors Choir, and a multi-state regional honors choir. And that just got finished in Chicago. So a couple weeks ago I got back from Chicago. And I made section leader this year for the mellophone section, and I was also co-brass captain, so that's something I'm really proud of.
A big achievement is enlisting into the military. Doing that stuff during high school is really fun. Also, being on the varsity teams of track and cross country is also a big achievement.
I've done a lot of solo ensembles, so that was fun. And releasing just music and getting like my stuff out there, getting a little bit like a small fan base.
Being more open and being more talkative. Another one is stepping out of my comfort box. I've always stuck to like art and things like that. So this year I actually tried robotics, and it actually helped a lot because I didn't know how much fun it actually was. And it was just the introduction of robotics.
Everything happens in the music program, with choir just getting better, just like going from Contus to Serenade to VD. Even though Serenade and VD are the same level, getting Gabrielle on the musical just was awesome. And I tried out for things like for my church's worship band, and now I'm doing jazz with the jazz band, so I'm really excited.
Marching band. It was a lot. It was a lot to do, from having practice Mondays and Thursdays, and then games on Fridays. So it was a lot.
I got 2 Outstanding Mountie Awards from Mrs. Dreyer and Miss Drum, and those were freshman year. And I really appreciated those because they made me feel a lot better, because I thought I was falling behind a lot of classmates freshman year, so it made me feel a lot better to get those.
I'm going to miss having all of my friends together in one place where I'll be able to see them every day, like in person. I know there's still like Snapchat and stuff, I can continue to message them, but it just won't be the same without having everybody in one place. But the good thing is that I'll still be able to visit people in the future, so that's something I'm looking at.
Like, I would miss most of my teachers because they've helped me grow as a person and see what I like and don't like. And was able to gradually offer me something to put myself in outside of my box to help me experiment more.
I will definitely miss Liam and Aaron and definitely Mr. Snell. Those are like 3 big people to me. Miss Dreyer too.
Some of the teachers, just like Mrs. Tanner and Mr. Mangiolano and Mrs. Soper, just like all these people are trying to help me succeed in school and in life.
I will definitely miss the people that surrounded me daily, but most importantly, I will miss my dad because having him here was truly a blessing.
I would focus more on classes that had more meaning rather than going, oh, well, I'd like to take electives, because I know that those would help a lot better in college rather than just taking fun classes.
I love the music program. Mr. Snell's really great, but I kind of wish I had gotten involved in like sports and stuff and done other clubs, you know, like track. That always seemed fun to me, but I was always too scared.
I guess I would try to make more friends, to be honest, because I don't really have like a huge amount of people I hang out with. Like I'd want to do that for sure.
Participate. I would participate a lot because you would make more friends. You would just have a lot more fun and have like the high school experience.
Definitely stay focused on all work in schools.
I would try to be more of a leader in all the things I do. Like I was involved in a lot, I think, but I wasn't really a leader in much, I guess. So I would try and go back and just try and make some change in the groups I was involved in to kind of get that leadership position that I would want.
One thing that I regret doing is stressing out and being stressed over tests and homework, because in reality everything works its way out and it's never really that deep and everything will get done eventually.
Oh, I think the class of 2022 is an amazing group of kids. It is the reason why we actually came to the Mountie Nation, because there's a tremendous number of staff students in that group, and it's a pretty connected group. It's a pretty kind group. Abby's had some great peers throughout the course of her experience here, and some great teachers that we've had here at the Mountie Nation, and so I think they've been very lucky. I also think COVID was difficult for them in the middle because they lost like their sophomore and freshman, sophomore, a little bit of junior year, but in all reality, they still had the experiences that a lot of other classes of late had not had. They have had experiences, both sad and happy. They've had good and bad experiences, but I think the COVID finalizing and allowing us to get back to having prom and having a graduation, I think they are going to be a class and a group of kids, a generation, maybe if you want to say that, a generation that's going to appreciate the opportunities. I think they watched what the former classes had lost, and I think they were like, wow, this could be really bad if we lose those same things. But in the reality is they're not going to, and so they've been very blessed, and I think, and I hope, maybe I don't think, I hope that they're going to relish those opportunities and enjoy them.
Make good impressions with your teachers. Make an effort to greet them when you first walk into class, then wish them a good day when you leave, because having a good relationship with your teacher is one of the best things that you can do in high school, and I've really tried to make an effort towards that. And it shows the teacher that you care and that you care about other people, and it shows the dedication, and then building that strong relationship will, it improves your experience in school altogether, and it gives you more reason to go to school every day because you are building these relationships with adults who care for you and who want the best for you.
My best advice to the underclassmen would to just be take in all the memories, hold on to all the memories, because sooner or later you'll be a senior.
Just stay involved, always try to join any club that interests you or any sport that you want to do. Just really helps you stay involved and not become isolated in the school, I guess.
Go with the flow, really, and everything has a way of turning out right.
Just get your work done. You're not here to slack and not get your work done. Because it really will creep up on you, and you're not going to want it. You're just going to want to graduate, get out of here.
Come to school. Don't be absent, because then you miss out on everything and it's hard to get caught back up. So be here.
Don't be something you're not, because it's like, it's only high school. No, none of this will really matter in the end, to be honest. But just like, be yourself.
Don't miss out on like all the clubs and just basically interacting with the school, because if you do, you're gonna regret it, and it's gonna make your high school year go by really fast. A lot faster than you think it will.
Just be kind to everyone. Everyone comes from a different walk of life, and everyone has their own stories, and everyone deserves to be treated kindly. You want to treat people how you want to be treated, and that's what I've lived by in high school. Just never like judge someone off of the like what they look like or who you think they are.
Definitely go to games. I wish that I had more time to go to games and do things like that, because the student section is always pretty fun, and just participate in the school.
Don't follow everything your friends do just because they're your friends, because your friend group will change a lot throughout high school, and you don't want to follow the leader. Make your own path and do what you think is right and not what your friends think is right.
I'm going to shout out Mr. Mangiavellano and Mr. Snell, because my freshman year, I was just intimidated because I was this little freshman in two groups with people who were older than me and people who I didn't know, because I joined Northwest in 8th grade, so I didn't have many connections to the people here. But they've been incredibly kind to me, and they've really helped inspire me and engage me and given me a reason to come to school every day. I love that I can start my school day with music, and I can also end my school day with music. And their encouragement and their inspiration and their engagement and love for what they do has really made me inspired and want to continue to do music in the future.
If I could shout out one teacher, it'd be Mr. Slater. He left this year to go to J High, but I just appreciate him pushing me to become a better student.
Mr. M again, just the way he really helped me mature through high school, like entering in as a 14-year-old and then graduating as
I would have to say Mr. Guilfoyle. He has really supported everyone. He makes jokes with everyone. He is really just a dad at school. You can confide in him, you can tell him anything, and he listens to you, and with no judgment. And that's one of the things I really love about him.
I would say Miss Adema. Miss Adema's been there like all the time. If I come to her and ask her a question, if she helps me, like if I need help on work, she's there to help me all the time.
Woodruff, because he's my journalism teacher and I love him. He is so funny. He knows when to be serious, but he is awesome. He tells us stories. He'll have parties with us, but he's also a great teacher, and he makes sure that you learn what you do.
Miss Dreyer, because she is hilarious and actually cares about the students.
I'd give a shout out to Mrs. Cantor.
Mr. Snell and Mrs. Youngman, just because they're so nice and they love everyone. Mrs. Youngman invites us to her office and we just chat in there for a while, and Mr. Snell is just someone you can always listen to. And they both offer such great advice. They're just amazing people.
It would have to be Miss Christner. She's been my teacher all 4 years of high school. She saw me as a freshman. I wasn't a good student, and then I grew a lot when it came from freshman to sophomore year. And then when I had her sophomore year, I apologized to her, and now ever since then, she has helped me with editing papers that I needed for her class. I needed a paper for a scholarship, and she got that written up for me. She's just helped me out through a lot of it.
Mr. Snell and Miss Drum have been two of my favorite teachers that I've had. Miss Drum, I eat lunch in her room every day, and she's a sweetheart, and I adore her, and she has made the transition from middle to high school and even high school to college a lot better. And Mr. Snell has been the backbone of my high school experience, and his classroom has always been a very safe space for me, and music is my favorite thing, so it's great to have his room.
Hashtag making memories.